So it seems very simple, right? But it works nicely. If you just double the, you can pause. We'll take it. Double the bass lines, and you know that once again it's communication. You got to work with the bass player. Bass player hears, oh, the guitarist is going to play that with me, so I'm gonna go with him on that. And it's of course all taste. You don't want to just run it into the ground, but it's another thing you can use that works well. Now this brings us to something that works very well with guitar and pianists. If you ever find yourself in a group with pianists, that is playing the bossa novas, and because the bossa nova, the guitar has a certain clave rhythm that is essential to the music, and it's basically this right here: 1, 2, 3, 4, bum, bum. I'm just going to do this for about 5 minutes now. Come on, everybody. That's it. And as long as you have the head space that you realize that you want to be a part of the rhythm section and don't mind playing a part, like if you listen to salsa music or whatever, montunos, and that just gives the music its feel. And it's so in bossa nova tunes, which you know, Joe Beam tunes or any kind of tune like that, if you're playing that bossa nova rhythm, then the pianist is not going to do the same thing as you, because that would be unfortunate. So he's not going to go. It's the same thing too. You want to have you want to turn down on this. He's going to play longer things. I'd like to thank you for coming out to Holiday Inn tonight. Please tip your waiters and waitresses.
Tips will go down if you play like that.
You know what I'm saying? I would be remiss if I didn't do this, so Jamie, could you count the last A off for us?
1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you, Jamie. I just want to show that one more time, because everything on the bossa feel is what makes it so beautiful. Is everybody has kind of a part, and when you put them all together, it locks in really nice. So let's just do it one thing at a time and show you how the typical bossa nova works. My part is, of course, what I clapped earlier. And just play the standard bass line, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the basic, like, guitar clave thing. Of course, the great Brazilian guys have a lot more going on, but this is your kind of home base here for. That feels great to me, and I think horn players, would agree that so that's something when you're playing with a pianist, works every time, is to, as long as the piano player is listening, you can get that nice feel going. Now, a lot of times, I play a lot of organ gigs too, and that's a whole different animal because the guitar is kind of made to play with the organ a lot of times, and there's a certain, you can play more as a guitar player comping wise, and it seems to feel better than when you're playing with an acoustic piano. But if let's show them like an example of a shuffle. Let's do Can't Buy Me Love. And this would be, we're going to play at the same time, and I came across this a lot playing with Stanley and Jack McDuff, guys like that. And basically I guess you could call this the blues shuffle clave on guitar. I just named that myself. But it's basically it's that's what I'm going to play. Once again, I'm going to play you can play the same chords you would usually play as long as it's not this chord. Because if you play that chord, then you get this on the, play a 13. Okay? Or nines. If you're a guitar player, you can come talk to me later about that. But anyway, it's basically you can play the same chord there, but I'm just going to my vibe on the right hand is I'm hitting the D and the G string, which gives me on the G string it gives me the third and the seventh on the D string if I'm playing a chord that has the root on the E string. There's a test on this later. And also, there's handouts here, if anybody wants one. And please don't rush the stage, because these guys are sensitive musicians. But no, all this is on this handout if you want to take it home and make millions of copies and send them all over the world. Anyway, it's just the ideas I have, and also I have a gig tonight and tomorrow night. It's not affiliated with this conference, but if you want to come hang out, they have flyers here and close by here. And I just got fired, but other than that, definitely come to the concerts at the conference. But if you feel like venturing out, I'll be playing tonight and tomorrow night. So this is going to be a shuffle vibe. All right, G7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's a tune I wrote. What? I didn't really write that. That was called Can't Buy Me Love. And by the Rolling Stones. So we got to wrap it up. I'd like to we could do one more tune for you. We kind of covered a lot of things today, but I think the key to all this is, and what we all try to do is listen. When you're in a rhythm section with a piano player, go up and shake his hand. No, introduce yourself. You know, set up next to him so that you have to listen to each other. Don't set up over there. Guitar players, turn down. One thing I found is if you turn down so that you can't hear yourself the way you want to, you're probably playing the right volume for you guys out there, just the way it goes. So these are things I've learned the hard way. You know, one thing you don't often hear is, if you're a guitar player, is, could you turn up a little? It does happen though, but so you want to, you know, communicate. You want to work out maybe whatever tune you're doing. Of course, if there's 8 soloists, you can trade off organically. Maybe the guitar would comp on behind some of the soloists. And here's a concept: maybe both of you could lay out behind certain soloists, and that automatically makes the music go in a very cool place. So just use your musical taste and you know, Latin tunes, bossa novas. You have that clave, you playing a guitar. Shuffle like we just did. I'm playing. See, I can play that. It's almost more felt. I'm in there with Steve, the drummer. Steve Barnes. Steve Barnes, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Just me and him. Okay, so that feels good, right? Makes you want to do that, hopefully. That's what Jack McDuff told me. He says, if you look out in the audience and they're not doing this, you're doing something wrong. Let's cover one more thing. We got a couple minutes, and that would be on like sambas or calypsos. Guitar player can play a. You'll notice that a lot of these things I'm doing are rhythmic too, because I like to be a part of the rhythm section. That's, you know, what makes me happy. You know, not just soloing, but also being a part of a team, which is what a rhythm section is. And so on a tune like, let's do, for instance, you could do any tune like, if that's a bossa, you could do as a samba, or you could we'll do like, let's do rhythm changes, and we'll do. I'm just going to play the root of the tune, which is a B flat, and I'm going to turn all the way off, and I'm going to turn it so I can just barely hear it. And then I can play this. It's almost more rhythmic than hearing the note. I could either play the root, or sometimes the fifth sounds good, which would be an F. So let's do like calypso.
Well, I'd really like to thank Dave for finally playing one of my compositions. How about it for Dave and the crew here? Great workshop, great playing. Thank you, Dave. And if you go to the general